Hello, ladies and gentlemen, viewers and subscribers all over the world. This is Okute Daily Talk from my own corner, bringing to you this Friday morning broadcast, being the 25th of November in the year number 2022. The year is gradually coming to an end. And my prayers for all my fans, my subscribers all over the world, those who love what I'm doing and those ones who in one way or the other supporting my ministry, that this year we never see the end of any of my subscribers, my family members, or the Biafrans all over the world. And this year, as this year is ending with every sorrows in our life, that the Almighty Chukwukabiama will make next year a better one for us. We have really passed a lot in this year, all in the hand of APC, all in the hand of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, their military, the Joint Task Force, the DSS, and the rest of them have really dealt with the Biafrans in our own land. But our prayer is that next year will be a better year for each and every one of us. So without not taking much of our time, let's go straight into the news of the day. Don't allow those messing up with your future succeed. Obasanjo charges youths coming 2023 that they should all vote wisely. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sues NIA Director General over illegal detention, demands 20 billion naira as damages. Just in, DSS has denied withdrawing suit against ex-terrorist negotiator Mamu. Policemen shot dead as gunmen abduct Oyekoi Managing Director in Rivers State. P2B Soludo Hawk laugh at public event days after explosive comments. You see the problem why? That nobody deserves to die for politicians, no matter who that is contesting. Well, even if it's your own senior brother, your father, or whatever it is, do not die for these people. In politics, they have already made you to understand that there is no permanent friend and there is no permanent enemy. So your permanent enemy today can be your friend tomorrow, eating at the same plate, and your friend tomorrow can be your permanent enemy tomorrow. That is how they keep on gambling and playing with people's lives and properties. Today you will see them on social media criticizing one another. Tomorrow you will see them hugging and laughing and even going to dinner together. That is it. So my advice to the youth, the Biafrans, those ones who are supporting Obi or the other, you people can see it. Obedience. That we are out there shouting, because I'm obedient as well. Shouting, Charles Soludo, Charles Mbafo, or whatever it is being called. He's not supposed to be an Anambra governor, or he has been criticizing his own brother instead of supporting him. My dear, all these things are games. What Charles Soludo did, people paid him for that. If the guy is not taking, P2B will also collect his own share from whatever he paid to do. That is the gospel truth. So don't die for them. Anyone who dies today can never die again tomorrow. So the earlier you die your own die and leave them to die their own die, the better for each and every one of us. So please, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I want you to do that ASAP. Turn on the notification button, be the first to be notified the time I come live or I post anything new on my channel. So please, let's go straight into the news and look into the day. I have brought a similar news of this before about Nnamdi Kanu suing Malami for 20 billion naira. Now, Nnamdi Kanu is suing the NIA, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has sued the Director General of the National Intelligence Agency, Ahmed Abubakar. Before it was Malami, now is Ahmed Abubakar, over illegal detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in a suit filed by the special counsel to the Ipob leader, Aloy Ejimako. Kanu dragged Abubakar to court for imprisoning him in Kenya for 8 days before his extradition to Kenya, to Nigeria. In a post via his Twitter handle on Thursday morning, Ejimako said the suit was prompted by new evidence gathered implicating the NIA Director General beyond the infamous extraordinary rendition. In the suit, The Ipob leader asked the court to direct Abubakar to pay him 20 billion naira as compensation. Ejimako said, yesterday, Wednesday, I filed a suit against Abubakar Ahmed, the Director General of the National Intelligence Agency, for his 8 days forced imprisonment of Malami in discovered evidence that implicated the DG and NIA beyond the infamous extraordinary rendition. This is another different case altogether. According to the suit, the court gave Abubakar 14 days to appear to be represented in court, adding that failure to show up would mean that judgment would be given in the Director General's absence. The suit filed at the High Court of Abia State reads in part, "You are hereby commanded that within 14 days after the service of this right on your inclusive of the day of such service, you do cause an appearance to be entered for you in the Umuahia Judicial Division of the High Court in Abia State in an action at this suit of Malami, and take notice that in default of your so doing, the claimant may proceed therein and judgment may be given in your absence." The claimant's claim is for a declaration of this honorable court that the defendant's arrest of the claimant and his imprisonment of the claimant at the said location in Nairobi, Kenya, amounted to false arrest and the false imprisonment of Malami beyond his own human rights and whatever. A declaration that the defendant act in bad faith and or abuse in his public office in falsely imprisoning the claimant at the said location in Kenya. An order of this honorable court directing the defendant to pay the claimant the sum of 20 billion naira as compensation, being general and exemplary damages. This comes just a few days after Kano's 20 billion naira suit against the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, was thrown out by the Federal High Court in Abuja. Okay, so he filed case against Malami and they threw it out. And it means that the case does not have a stand in Nigeria. So the power that be is now decide case to prosecute and not to prosecute. So now any case I have to do with what do they call it? Malami will not stand. Is that what people are telling us? Wow, this country is really going in a different dimension. So the Federal High Court in Abuja now, any case against Malami will be thrown out simply because they are the ones that make law that don't obey the law, or they have grown above the law in Nigeria, or suddenly they have grown above the country that no one can try them in any court. Yet you keep trying people, right? A day of reckoning is coming, and you people will know what you have done to yourselves. Don't allow those messing up with your future succeed. Obasanjo charges you and other members. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo on Thursday challenged Nigerian youth to engage in activities that will change the African narrative. Obasanjo submitted that such participation would, if they were agree, because the youth you are charging that they should not allow those that are mess up their future. It's the same you that keep on jumping up and down here, shouting, Atiku, Buhari, what do they call it? This one, Waziri. That is the one, and they're the one that is even most appear in the national TV, defending all these ones with all their evil that they have committed against them. Imagine people campaigning for APC at this present time. Look at the way Nigeria is. Insecurity have gone beyond control. That is, it have gone beyond control. Yeah. In Nigeria, the only country that bandits whom they know where they are, is above government. Not they are above government simply because they are the one that is ruling the country. Confusing people that the Borno area is no-go area for people. Yet, whites having NGOs of multiple offices are there, making contracts in houses they live up to 30 years. That means they want to live there forever. What are they looking for in Borno? Is Borno more, that is, what kind of social amenity that is happening in Borno that they will take it so special that they are making contract of over 30 good years? The mineral resources we have there is gone. And all Nigeria can focus in oil in Niger Delta and the Middle East and the southeastern eastern part of the country. Okay, now that they have discovered or they have started drilling the oil in Gombe and Bauchi, let me see what they will do now. Whether they will agree for every region to manage their resources, or they will still maintain one Nigeria that have never worked out for over 60 good years now. Don't let the time. We are moving forward. Obasanjo submitted that such participation would also guarantee a better future for the young generation, as it would allow those who are messing up their future to succeed. He spoke in Abeokuta, Ogun State during the 3rd edition of the Presidential Youth Mentorship Retreat organized by the Youth Development Center of the Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library. Speaking on the theme, removing barriers against youth, Obasanjo noted that in most parts of Africa, there are visible barriers and not so discernible barriers militating against the actualization of the talent potentials of the African youths. Obasanjo, who was represented by the Deputy Chief Coordinator of OOPL, Dr. Ayodele Aderinwale, said the biggest obstacle to effectively removing the barrier is the attitudinal disposition and orientation of the young people. He challenged you to, as a matter of strategy, never allow another person to determine or shape their space in the society. According to him, if our youth can be desperate enough to agree to trek through the desert to get many jobs in Europe, that energy, that spirit, that fortitude should be channeled to eradication both physical and mental barriers in Nigeria and in wherever they find themselves. Obasanjo said, the villagization of the globe has rendered geographical barriers largely irrelevant. The movement towards a knowledge economy has also meant that proper nuancing eliminates barriers. In essence, economic opportunities have become a transborder in natural and manifestation. There are enormous opportunities for private initiatives at the national and global economic space. The young people should demand viciously that our government must enhance enabling entrepreneurial environment for young people is also a key to unleashing a culture of entrepreneurship among the youths. At this, we have a broader impact in promoting sustainable development and addressing the barriers that specifically hinder young people like yourself to be economically empowered in Nigeria. Such empowerment will not only improve the individual life but also affect their community positively, as they will serve as an agent of wealth creation only if they will agree, according to OBJ. In conclusion, I'm challenging you as young Africans to engage in activities that will change the African narrative by participating fully in all the socio-economic and political activities that guarantees a better future for you and not allowing those who are messing up your future to succeed. In her welcome address, the chairperson of YDC OOPL, Dr. BC Kolakbo, told the youth that to consistently improve on leadership skills and development in order to take their rightful positions in the governance of Nigeria. Kolakbo also emphasized that the youth have a divine mandate to dominate, be fruitful, and replenish in any way they find themselves. That is all you need to know, but you need to hear about our ex-president, elder statesman, Olusegun Obasanjo, through his media aid. Just in, DSS has denied that they have never dropped the suit against ex-terrorist negotiator Mamu. The Department of State State Service DSS have denied withdrawing any suit against the former terrorist negotiator Tukuru Mamu. It had earlier been reported that the Department of DSS had denied withdrawing the suit. It had earlier been reported that the secret police withdraw a suit filed at the Federal High Court Abuja to detain him for 60 more days after his arrest. Why can't they withdraw it? Simply because he is working for the power that be. For crying out loud, Boko Harams, the kidnappers, the bandits are all in government offices. Yes, they are the sponsors of all these people. So that is why any of them that have been caught, under 24 hours, order will come from above and they will be released. But they left Mazi Nnamdi Kanu languishing in a DSS dungeon simply because that no any Eastern can come out and stand for this young man. Those ones who claim to be millionaires, Atways and the rest of them, no one can ever open their mouth and say enough is enough. And we said we belong to one Nigeria. I doubt that. The report said the DSS counsel AM Malami told Justice Nkonye Maha shortly after the matter was called for hearing that the matter had been overtaken by events. Just keep on listening, you will see. But in an interview with the Daily Trust Thursday night, the spokesperson of the DSS, Peter Afunanya, described the report as misleading. Afunanya maintained that the DSS had never withdrawn any case against Mamu, noting that the matter is a continuous process, so details will emerge later. So, my dear people, I will bring the details of this Mamu and whatever it's represented to you guys each time it bursts out on my page. Policemen shot dead as gunmen abduct oil coy, managing director in Rivers State. 3 police men on escort duty were on Thursday shot dead at Rumokoro axis of Obiakpo local government area of Rivers State after killing the officers. After killing the officer, the government reportedly abducted the managing director of an oil and gas company in Port Harcourt, the state capital. The police officers who were in a Hilux vehicle, according to an eyewitnesses, when the attackers opened fire. The witnesses said the government blocked the vehicle in which the top oil worker was, then raided bullets on the other one, which conveyed the deceased police officers. The assailants were said to have whisked their target away after gunning down his escorts. The incident caused pandemonium along Rumokoro axis of Port Harcourt, and residents scampered for safety. When contacted, spokesperson of the State Police Command, Grace Irenjikoko, confirmed the incident, saying full-scale investigation has been launched. Yes, it is true that 3 policemen were killed. It is very unfortunate. They were providing escort for the oil company workers when the incident happened. But we are on it. An investigation has been launched immediately into the incident with a view to apprehend the suspects, Iren Jikoko, Inspector of Police, said. You see the problem we are having in this country. When the youths now gathered out there and said, when the youth gathered and in kind of they are protesting for a better Nigeria, for a better governance, this is the same police people that will call and dispatch them, are even shooting them, are even killing them. What am I saying in essence? All these bandits, all these kidnappings and here of them is as a result of bad governance. It's as a result of failed government. It's as a result of they are not doing things well. This is the monster they have created. Most of them are graduates with the first class. They came out with no job for years. You expect them that they should keep calm. Even their parents, the money they spent on sending them to school, at a point they begin to regret. How do we end up in this way? But look at it now. All those monsters they have created is the one that is hunting them now. Okay, look at these 3 police officers who just lost their lives simply because they are protecting oil moguls. People who is even making life miserable for them is the one they are protecting. Now they will whisk them away. They will bail themselves out with ransom. Then what about the 3 policemen? They have died and they have forgotten. Nothing to remember about them again. You can't even see that same stage or those people who caused their death to even remember their family. They have died and forgotten, and that is the end of it. That is Nigeria for you. For me to die for Nigeria, he said, "May Nigeria remain the way it is." But I can never die for Nigeria. Because even if you die tomorrow, you are not remembered. As simple as that. Peter Obi, Soludo hug and laugh at public events days after explosive comments. The governor of Anambra State, Charles Soludo, has met with the Labour Party presidential candidate, Peter Obi. This is coming days after the former governor of Central Bank of Nigeria lashed out at Obi over his 2023 presidential ambition. Okute News area reported that Soludo, in an article he titled "History Beckons and I Will Not Be Silent, Part 1, stated the reasons Obi cannot win 2023 elections. The Anambra governor in the appeals claimed he knows the game Peter Obi is playing. The former CBN governor noted that even though he knows Obi won't win, he still wishes him well and even prays for him. He said, "Let's be clear, Peter Obi knows that he can't and won't win. He knows the game he is playing, and we know too, and he knows that we know. The game he is playing is the main reason he didn't return to Apuga. The brutal truth, and some will say, God forbid, is that there are 2 parties seriously contesting for president. The rest is exciting drama." Obi Soludo meet. This publication gathered that Peter Obi and Charles Soludo met at St. Patrick's Cathedral, Oka, during the Thanksgiving Mass for Most Reverend Paulinus C. Ezokafo in celebration of his 70th birthday today, November 24th, 2022. Governor Soludo reportedly stepped out from his pew and walked over to Peter Obi's seat to greet him just before the mass started. See the photos below. Have you seen it? And tomorrow you will come and die for them. Tomorrow you will say, "Oh, these people, I am obedient to, I am not Charles Mbafo, I am that this, I am that." Have you seen it now that those people you are fighting for, they don't even care for you because they know how to settle their differences? But you, who have died like fowl and thrown away, tell me, will you get your life back? You cannot. That is why when politics is involved, you have to tread with cautions. I'm urging the Nigerian youth who keep dying every 4 years simply because for what they don't know. Even the people you are dying for won't even remember your family if they go to that seat. Even if they see your family on the way and you say, "Oh, you killed my son or my brother or my sister died, why try to protect you or why try to protect your goat?" They will even pour you gutter water. Or if God is not taking their spiritual places, will kick you inside the bush and they will pass. And still yet, more youth are still dying for people who don't even care for them, who don't even want to die for them, who have not in any way have any moral or contributed anything to the growth of the youth. In other countries, they have skills acquisition centers for youths who want to learn handworks. In Nigeria, where can you find one? None. You are on your own, OYO. Hustle and make it or die while trying. That is the level we have found ourselves in Nigeria. No one cares what you do. No one cares how you survive. They can only know you when you wake up one morning, you dress well, and God buttered your bread. You have just maybe 1 door or 2 doors. What do they call it? This GLA, Mercedes Benz. Then EFCC will open their eyes. Nigeria is the only country that don't care how people are poor. But once you pour from that your poverty, they begin to care how you make your money. They begin to ask you the source of your income. Have they ever gathered the youth one day and ask them, what is the source of your poverty and why are you poor? Why can't you make it like others? In Nigeria is the only country where the youths who went out there do all sorts of mineral jobs, whatever, to make money will come back home and invest. Why Nigerians, the politicians, the ones who are supposed to use the money, the oil money that's coming from our own land to develop the country, instead they will take it and loot it outside. When they died, all those countries will siphon those money, and that is the end of Solomon Grundy. And we are here shouting that nothing is working perfectly. Who do us this and how do we get to this level? Please, if you know the answer, drop it at the comment section. I'm signing up now. Bye.